Now stand up on your feet and say, we testify. We celebrate for all you've done. Lord, we give you all the praise. Oh, we testify. We celebrate. Lord, we give you all the praise. We testify.
Hi, I am Grace Gabriel, and this is GG Live Show. Rejection really hurts, but it can also inflict damage to our psychological well-being that goes beyond emotional pain. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome to our show today. It's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, I'm Tabitha Owamoga. I have been born in Romania in a little town called Bacău. I moved in UK in 2014, and 4 months ago I got married with David Owamoga.
Wow, congratulations, girl. Yeah.
I am a well-being community project developer. I work with single moms and people who feel rejected. And I do like spiritual well-being, financial well-being, and body well-being, so mind, body, and soul.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So let us get into your story. How were things while growing up, and how did you sense it was rejection?
Wow, that brings me to my childhood, which is really, it's the point why I'm now dealing and working with people that feel rejected, and especially with single moms. It's just because I experienced in my life, in my family, a lot of rejection, starting from my mom and then to the kids and so on. So my mom has been rejected many times. So she has been with my father, who actually, when it was about to give me to give birth to me, he denied me actually, and I think that was the point when they separated. And obviously when I came to this life, I was asking who is my father, and that really created a lot of pain in my heart, because she wouldn't tell me who is my father. And then I was like more curious and searching, who is my father? So, and wow, that brought me to ask myself why I live on earth, and if there is a God, because I heard around myself from my
You became lonely, and now you're searching for something.
Yes, because we live in the time of communism when I was a child, so you were not allowed to talk about God. But thanks to my grandfather, who was looking for God, they used to have fellowship in their house, hidden way.
How brave! Bless your grandfather.
Hidden way.
Bless him.
It was not like today that we have the Bibles and we can read it. We take it for granted. But in that time, they just gather. Yes, they gather in a hidden way. And me as a child, I just wanted to get in to find out more about life, because I saw my grandfather being happy though.
So did you move from your home now and went to live with your grandfather?
No,
Or you just used to go for fellowships?
He was inviting us as kids because he was caring about us.
Yes.
He wanted that we know that there is a God who is caring about us, even though we were not allowed to talk about God. And he saw the suffering in our lives as kids.
He taught life into your life.
Yes.
Tell us more about it.
Yeah, so I went once while they were in fellowship, and I heard about Jesus, and they spoke so nicely about him, that he's loving, that he makes us free of any difficulty, of pain. And I got so interested to get to know who is Jesus. I thought he might be the answer to my questions, because I was looking around myself for answers. I didn't get from my mother answer because she didn't know Christ. I didn't get from my father as he didn't acknowledge me. So I didn't find nobody who explained to me. So I went to my grandfather to hear more about that. And it was amazing. In that time, I just asked him, can I have a Bible? So as a child,
How old were you by then?
I was like around 12, 13 years old.
Wow, searching
when
for God, you know.
yeah,
Rejection is real, and it can make you, you know, just like move out of track. But you're here, 12-year-old, so lonely, so confused, and no answers in a way. But you're here, you want to embrace the Bible, you know, you want to find out the truth about it. Yes.
I was just curious because I thought maybe I'll hear more. I will get to know more if there is a God who cares about me as a child that doesn't have answer and doesn't know who he is, where he's coming from and where he's going. And seeing around myself kids with their parents, with their father, with their mothers, and I was, why do I have to go through this? And what was emotionally for me, I took a Bible.
Yes.
I just remember me seeing myself now being at the wall, turning my face to the wall, and just looking for the word Jesus to find out what Jesus had answered for my questions.
Amen.
And it was wonderful, amazing to find out that he's telling us that he's coming from God just to make us, to bring us near God, and also that he will never leave us orphans. For me, that was the word.
That was your word. That was your moment.
Yes.
That you felt like I have found something. You know,
Yeah.
that, you know, and also the Bible also tells us that, you know, he never leaves us, never forsakes us. So this was your moment. And how was it? How did you move from there? And how did the story, how was your life changed from there?
Well, when I get to know that I have a father in heaven, I was so happy, and I became completely different. So my mom had to, unfortunately, we have been grown with a stepfather. So when my real father divorced from my mom, there was a stepfather who allowed me to have his name. But unfortunately, he also didn't love us in a, how can I say, he had 3 kids with my mom, and mom had 3 kids before. And you could see that he makes the difference between us. But he was also loving us. I couldn't say only wrong things about him because he really cared about us. But what I could say, he used to drink and to beat us. And in one,
was drunk,
yes. Then in that time he couldn't.
So again, here you're in the midst of, you know, you found Christ, but still things are not changing. This, okay, your mom has come from the other relationship. Now you're in another relationship, and it's still not stable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you move forward from there?
I remember one day when he was beating me, and he used to beat my mother to blood, so we could see there is no love. You could see that I said, okay, if there is Jesus, I want to experience that love. And what happened, in the day he was beating me, he told me I'm not his daughter. In that time, I just was not affected, really. I felt pain, but I could tell him, I found my father, and my father is in heaven. He was shocked about what I told him. He was just shocked. Yes.
For your crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
So since that time, I turned my face to look for the Heavenly Father.
Amen.
Yes. So that was my time when I started to read more the Bible and to get to know Jesus, His love and His peace.
So during this moment when you're feeling now you're being beaten, there's no peace at home, what have you ever experienced feeling ashamed when you're around other kids who you see, you know, their families are going well, they have their father, they have, you know, the family is stable? Do you ever feel ashamed?
Yeah.
Yes.
The shame started when my mom had to separate also from my stepfather. So in that time we remained with our mother.
Another separation.
Yeah. So we remained with our mother and without father. And in that time I was like 14, and I had like we have 4 brothers, 4 sisters and 2 brothers. In that time I felt so responsible. Even though I got to work, I went to school and I got to work and I was cooking for my brothers and sisters. So we didn't have mother and father for a while. So and when I went out, obviously I felt ashamed. So well, but still I got through with Jesus Christ. It was a great help.
So what are the side effects of rejection? What are the side effects? That when you're rejected, what happens? during that moment, what were your side effects?
My side effects, the main one was I lost my identity. So I didn't know where I'm coming from and where I'm going, why I live on earth. So, and I felt like I don't know who I am.
Yes, so you had also low self-esteem.
Yes.
You didn't accept yourself. But we thank God, through finding Christ, you were able to find a true identity. We thank God for that. So I want you to look at that camera one, and I want you to encourage somebody out there who is going through rejection. Maybe it's a mother, maybe it's a child who have been going through the same thing you're going through, or maybe even worse or different, and maybe they are lonely, they are depressed, and they feel lost in this world. How would you encourage them?
I thank God that I have the opportunity to say those words right now. One thing that I realized as a kid, when I found that I have a Father in heaven, and that He sent Jesus Christ for us not to be orphans, and I found myself that I'm not alone. It was amazing. So I became more confident, and I started to looking for God's face more and more to get to know who He is. And I found out that He is really caring about us. So I encourage you in this moment, just if you feel alone, just be in stillness and just look and take the Bible in your hands and look for God in the Bible, because He revealed Himself through Jesus Christ. And I can feel that peace in my heart through Jesus Christ alone. He is the way to come out of every problem. Not only of rejection, but rejection is number one, because then you know that you have a God in heaven, and that cares, and it is the Father of the fatherless and the protector of the widows. This is what I learned from God and from Jesus.
So amazing. We want to say thank you so much for watching, and also we want to thank Tabitha for sharing her story. I hope somebody out there will be blessed and be touched. So we would like to ask the viewers, kindly, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Gigi Live Show, please do so, that you get updated with our next videos that are coming up. And also, we would like to hear your story. You are out there, you have a story you want to share, please be in touch with us. And also do not forget to like us on Facebook. So see you soon.
This miracle. Come on, stand up on your feet and say, we testify. We celebrate.